Hey everyone, welcome to Align Podcast. Here, our goal is to touch on real life experiences alongside biblical examples in an attempt to position ourselves in line with God's will for us. In other words, this is where we align ourselves with God. I'm Tunde Iduman. On this episode, we'll be talking about patiently waiting. Have you ever wondered what to do in those moments and seasons when things don't seem to be going how you planned? Or maybe you're in a place where it seems like everyone else seems to be happy and moving on, but you can't seem to shake off this feeling of stagnation. On this episode, I'll be talking about what that season and those moments are and how we can make the most of them and be fulfilled in the process. Follow me in this series. Recently, my wife sent me this quote from a page on Instagram, and this is what it says. Remember, the day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. Be patient, be humble, keep moving forward, and know that all this hard work you are putting in day and night will produce the amazing results you've been looking for. Your time is coming. Do not give up. I read that and I can't help but think about us as humans and how we naturally don't like to wait for anything ever. We can work hard, we can put up with difficult people, we can sit through boring movies. But when it comes to waiting in line or waiting in traffic or at a restaurant, it can be one of the most unbearable things ever. I typically look for alternate routes when I'm driving and I see a traffic light turning red. I'd rather drive an extra 2 minutes than sit in the light for 1 minute. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who does or think about things like this. Now, however, I am confident that we all have those innate desires to be in a different position, on our jobs. We have this desire to have a change in our relationship status. We have this both personal and professional ideas that we want to be set up differently than we currently find ourselves. The quest for something better, the quest for something realer, something shinier, the desire to be seen, the desire to be heard, the talent to excel beyond our widest imagination, and so on. Those desires are uh, by default engraved in our DNA. And oftentimes, days turn into weeks and weeks turn into months and month turns into years since you last got excited about this talent that you have, that is within you. Years since you last thought you were worthy of any good thing at all, because it has been so long since you felt that worth. Years since you last laughed. At least I think that I know that there are some people like that who it's been a really, really long time since they laughed so hard that they couldn't control your face. Well, I'm here to remind you that the day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit of it. So you have to be patient. You have to be humble. You have to keep moving forward because you have this idea, because you know for a fact that all of the hard work you're putting in, all of the toiling that you're doing, all of the work that you're doing day and night will produce the results that you've been looking for all your life. Your time is coming. Don't give up. And I also want to encourage you to not give up. Recently, I was talking with one of my cousins about a certain time period when I had to remember to not give up. And this was between 2006 and 2010 when I was confident that my future, at least academically, was going to be out of Nigeria. So, between those years, in order to further the computing degree I had received, I applied to schools in Europe, in Northern Europe, in Asia, in the Far East, in North America, and even some African countries. It it started off with an application for visa to study in the University of Portsmouth in the UK. I got rejected, and it was quickly followed by an appeal, which also got rejected. Next, I applied to a school in Russia. and another school in Ukraine. Those two were instantly rejected. Next, I thought of a school. Well, I saw this school online, University of Canberra in Australia. I got denied admission for that, and then I also applied to University of Auckland in New Zealand. That also got rejected. On the suggestion of a family friend, I applied to two other schools in Canada. I don't remember the name of the first one, but the second one was University of Manitoba, and of course, both got rejected. Now, at this point, all of these rejections, like every one of them, took its toll on me, time after time. But I'm not gonna lie, it was one of the difficult times in my life. Having the right support system helped me to keep pushing and to just continue. So I revisited my application to the school in Russia, and I think I applied to another school in Russia also, and I know it got denied. Then I also applied to a school in Cyprus, which to my greatest surprise, because most people don't even know where Cyprus is, that also got denied. It was at this point that I gave up completely and I just returned to my life. I thought, I was just gonna focus on my job, and it's okay. I was young. I had a job. Next was to get a house, and marriage was also on the table. So one day, my dad had advised me to apply to two more schools, one in Ghana and another one in South Africa. To be honest, I didn't want to go to South Africa, so I didn't go through with that. But I applied to University of Ghana in Accra, and I never heard back from them. As God will have it, in 2010, a man that was new to our family at that time advised that I try this school in the US. Now, if I look at, and that was what I did, I looked at the list of countries that had already rejected my application, either rejected my application or didn't even respond to me. I was confident, I was almost too confident that I was going to get rejected by the school in the US. Well, that was 10 years ago, and I'm very excited that God showed up for me and that I didn't give up. It wasn't because I didn't want to give up, but it was something that um, happened as a result of those that were around me and how they encouraged me and how they helped me to continue pushing even in the face of all of those rejections. We often get impatient when our plans don't materialize when we want them to. Sometimes we perceive this as failure or setback, when in reality, according to God's timing, it is actually working out for our best interest. Second Peter 3, verse 9 puts it this way. It says that the Lord isn't slow about keeping his promises, as some people think. In fact, God is patient. God is patient. God is patient. I don't know who needs to hear this or who needs to meditate on this, but this verse is just speaking to me right now, and it's saying God is patient. God is patient. So, in those situations when I've all but given up, God is patient. In those times when I just can't stand what is going on in my life, I just can't stand the people that are around me, I just can't stand this person or this situation that don't seem to move. God is patient. When I know for a fact that I most certainly deserve more than what I'm getting from life, God is patient. God is patient whether I'm there or not. God is patient whether I'm faithful or not. God is patient in the face of whatever it is that may be facing us. God is patient through it all. So when God is patient, I also have to be patient. If God is patient, I also have to be patient. You see, patience is a virtue, it's a quality that stems directly from God. The ability to not be fazed by all the troubling situations that are around us. Romans 12, verse 12 says, rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, continuing steadfastly in prayer. I know I know I want it right now. I know I need this thing to come through for me right now in this moment when I need it because I have worked so hard or I'm working so hard. But remember this, God is patient. God is patient. We know a few parables a few proverbs that say things like good things take time. Rome wasn't built in a day. I know that all of these things are pointing to a particular situation where it is as a result of what maybe I have done, maybe the work I have put in, and that I just need this result right now. But that I encourage you in these words that says God is patient. God is patient. God is patient. I read this about the process of refining gold. It says the process can be as short as 1 year or it can be as long as 5 years from the time the mine is discovered to when the mining can begin. So in essence, on average, it takes between 10 to 20 years before gold can turn into that product that has been refined. That product that we see today takes between 10 to 20 years. 10 to 20 years. I know there are those times when, we believe that we are primed and ready to go. Those times when we believe that we should already be doing big things, especially when those around us, when people around us, people that we probably grew up with, are already doing big things and turning the corner in life. When it seems like it has already happened for everyone else but you, it seems like it's not happening for you just yet. You have to be patient. You have to be patient. You have to be patient because it says that God is patient. You need to remember that did not, you are not, you didn't plant the seeds or the seeds that you are waiting for the harvest. You didn't plant them the same time as the next person. You didn't plant yours at the same time the other person was planting or the other people were planting theirs. Your season is coming. Your time is coming. Wait for your season. Wait for God because God is patient. Wait on God. Habakkuk 2 verse 3 says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak. It will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it because it will surely come. It will surely come." God sent you here for the purpose of fulfilling. He sent you here for the purpose to fulfill, not to just exist, but to fulfill what He has in plan. There's a particular need that ultimately has to be met, and God Himself determined that you were that person that's going to fulfill that need. We know this very famous Bible verse, Jeremiah 29, verse 6, which says, "That for I know the thoughts that I think towards you." This is God telling you that I know what I think towards you, and they are of good, they are not evil, to give you a future and a hope. Amplified puts it this way: say, "For I know the plans and the thoughts that I have for you, says the Lord, plans for peace and well being, and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope." To give you a future and a hope. So, while God is patient, while we know that God is patient, we ourselves also have to be patient. All that's needed from you in those moments when nothing seems to be happening, all that's needed from you to express in those times when nothing seems to be happening, is for you to wait, is for you to wait. Wait to grow up. Wait to graduate. Wait to get that job. Wait to find that spouse. Wait to have a baby. Wait to retire. It's for you to wait because God is patient. And we have to be patient also, just as God is patient. Remember, the day you plant the seed is not the same day you eat the fruit. So be patient, be humble, keep moving forward. Know that all your hard work is going to produce that amazing result that you've been looking forward to, that amazing result that you expect, that amazing result that you have invested so much in. Your time is coming. Do not give up. So, what do you do while you're patiently waiting on God? Number one, trust while patiently waiting on God. Waiting on God is a mind game. It's finding a confident peace in your mind with with humility in your heart, knowing that you are not in control and being okay with that fact. Every day, the devil whispers negative thoughts into our ears like God has forgotten you, God doesn't care about your problems. This is one that I've heard, and that I believe that we hear, and it's that God doesn't love you, God isn't there for you, God is not looking at you. Don't believe any one of it. It's a lie. Trust that God is working behind the scenes, even if and when you cannot see it. Choose to place your hope in God no matter what. Micah 7, verse 7 says that, but as for me, I watch in hope for the Lord. I wait for God, my Savior. My God will hear me. Trust in God while you're waiting. While you're waiting for those situations to change, continue to trust in God. Number two, pursue your faith while patiently waiting. Pursue God. Pursue God. Even if it seems like it's been forever, like you've been waiting forever to hear from Him. It's not, it is actually easy to become angry and bitter when you're patiently waiting on God. It is easy to become angry. It is easy to be upset. It is easy to get frustrated and think that God is not even there for you. Instead of being angry, why don't you just worship Him despite your circumstance? Why don't you just allow your life begin to bring glory to Him? Believe God is good despite what you see. Choose to run to God no matter what is happening or how long it takes for Him to answer. In fact, this is an opportunity to enter into the presence of God like you've never done before. This is how we grow when we, in the face of all of these uncertainties, in the face of the circumstance that you don't have control over, you still decide to allow your life be of worship to God. Pursue after God, pursue your faith, pursue God with your faith in Him. Number three, you can serve while patiently waiting. As we continue to wait on God to change the situation, as you continue to wait on God to turn your situation completely around, you can serve just like waiters wait on others. God may be calling you to wait on His people. God may be calling you into that position, into that role to serve other people. Don't despise serving others. God may not allow you move forward to the next assignment until you do this one thing with a good attitude. God is always, he has ways of giving you the same test over and over until we pass it. So maybe this is a test that you need to pass in this moment to serve other people. He gives us simple tasks, simple things that we can do just to prepare us for those things that are much bigger that are coming in future. There is a purpose to every situation, to everywhere that you find yourself. It just requires patient trust. Luke 16, verse 10 says that if you are faithful in little things, you'll be faithful in large ones. But if you're dishonest in little things, you won't be honest when a greater responsibility comes. And I don't know if, if that's not true, I don't know what else is. In the place that you find yourself, serve with a very good attitude, serve with diligence, serve with integrity, serve others while you're waiting on God. Number four, while we're waiting on God, can be watchful and expectant, right? You got to be watchful and expectant because you don't know when it's going to come. You don't know when you've got to be ready. So you have to be expectant. You have to be watchful while we wait. Wait with watchfulness and expectancy for God to answer you. God's answer when God answers our prayers, He answers them in amazing ways, but rarely does He answer them exactly the way we imagine. Trust that His ways are better because He sees the whole picture. We're just seeing in this particular moment what we need right now, or what we need to just get through this a certain time frame in our lives. God sees the whole picture. So be watchful and be expectant because you know for a fact that when He's going to answer, He answers way beyond what we can comprehend. And finally, number five, while we're waiting, be grateful. Be grateful for what God has already done for you. Be grateful for what God has already given you. Many times we become hyper focused on one issue that we forget to look around and see what God has already done in our lives. We fail to see what God is currently doing. while we are waiting on this one thing to be done. Remember what God has already given you. Acknowledge the wonderful blessings of family, of friend, of food, of your home, of the ability to travel, of the ability to be in places and things that other people only wish they could have. Remember that through it all, God is faithful. Well, thanks so much for listening to Align Podcast. Be sure to take some time to listen to our other episodes and stay tuned for some exciting news as we have some resources in the works. You can access all our episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Anchor, and simply by clicking the link in our show notes. Also, if you've enjoyed today's episode, please like and subscribe and share Align Podcast with a friend. Join us next time as we continue to align ourselves with God. Thanks for listening. Cheers.